Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now in Horizon 5 we are currently in Midnight Muscle update 43 I believe, and unfortunately this is going to be the final new content update we're getting in Horizon 5 before it goes into a mode where we kind of select what festival playlist we want to happen next. But this week we get the 2022 Dodge Challenger SRT Superstock. Now this is one of the two final cars that we're getting. The other one is going to be the Ford Mustang 95. Why don't we take this Dodge Challenger out and see how well it goes in Horizon 5. Why don't we start here in the Horizon Apex and see what it's got. I have not put any upgrades on this car as I feel it is already quite well equipped to be racing in the Apex and street scene. But I am going to have to put some upgrades on before I go into the Horizon Wilds and the Baja. Oops, just drove into the back of that guy. Also, this week we had a championship that was just entirely about drag racing. Now I don't actually believe Horizon 5's done that for a very long time. I also kind of feel like that may have been the first time, and as we know at this point it's a once off as there are no new series updates, as we can vote for a returning series. But going into the way this is driving, it's a little bit slippery at the moment. Then again, it could be because I haven't played Horizon 5 for a while, so I've probably gotten a little bit rusty. It is a nice quick car though, so it is not slow. It is supercharged by the way, so we won't be able to put any anti-lags on this one. But I think we might be able to convert it to turbo if you want to. But I'm just going to leave it how it is. And before we go into the wilds, we'll have a look to see if there's body kit options available as hopefully we get some good options, but I kind of have a feeling that we might not get any decent parts. Also, this entire month we've got extended night times again, so at this point they might as well just permanently extend it, you know, every single festival playlist, but that's not up to my decision. That's what I would have done. Had a nice even mix between the day and night cycle. Now we know it drives pretty well here in the Apex. Why don't we go and take it in the Horizon Wilds and see how well it goes there. Now we've arrived at a festival outpost, let's get this thing ready for some rally racing. But first, the body kit options that we have. We have the Dodge stock front bumper. Looks like we've got another one from Dodge here, and all that really does is just add a little yellow piece. I don't know if it's actually an extension to the bumper already on here, or it's just a different coloured style of it. It looks very similar if not the same. Then we have the usual Horizon race front bumper, but this time I think the tag says it has something written on there. Anyway, we'll put that on there just because it looks a little bit different. Spoilers, what do we have in here? We have the Dodge stock rear wing, which looks quite alright on this vehicle. Then we have this one, the rear race wing. Really needs a bit of an upgrade or a little bit more options. This doesn't really fit the body of this vehicle, or we can take the wing off entirely, but we're going to leave it on here because it does function as a little bit of extra downforce. Now we'll go and put some off-road rally tyres on here. I think I just put snow tyres. I don't want that. I want the off-road tyre compound. We'll make them wider in the rear tyre width and the front, so that should handle a lot better off-roading. Next we want to go and put some off-road suspension on here as well, and then we'll take that out and see if it makes a fairly decent rally car. Arriving here at the rally, I thought since these are the last two new cars we're getting this week and next week, I might as well go to my favourite map in Horizon 5 for the last time. Well, not the last time, I'll come back here obviously, but I think this will be the last two cars I'll record for the Horizon 5 new cars, as it looks like we're just going to get absolutely nothing, so I might as well go to a place that I enjoy more than a flat, empty desert map. Definitely a little bit drifty. As long as I keep the drifts under control, it should be reasonably good. Just try and not to run into any walls, as they'll probably kill my speed and make me not drive that well. Anyway, there is a fair amount of power going to the back wheels here. It is rear wheel drive, so this is probably why I'm getting a lot of wheel spin here. It doesn't seem to perform overly good here in the Horizon Wild, like the Wilds Rally, but at the same time it seems to be sticking in midfield, 5th place, so it is reasonably okay. I guess we'll find out how it handles in the Horizon Baja very soon. I think I'll also go and have a look at the exhaust notes as well. But it is very unfortunate that this 1 month is the final new content drop, I'm going to call it. Oopsies. And we're just not sure about Horizon 6 when it's going to release, or if it's going to release, because it feels like this is the biggest gap between the information that we've been given as the Horizon 4, I believe. The final update for Horizon 4, we got the Bull, and that was in the month of the Xbox Bethesda showcase, so at least we knew Horizon 5 was coming, but at this point we know nothing about this. Anyway, that's enough of that. Anyway, might as well just go and put some Baja parts up on this and see how well it goes in the Baja. Arriving back at the festival outpost, let's go and just see if it has a different exhaust note. These should, if it's done correctly. Hey, it definitely does have a different exhaust note. That is good to see. Now, why don't we just put a bigger supercharger on here as well while we're there, and we're going to then go and put the off-road tire compound light, the racing version of it, which it does definitely handle differently, and might as well just throw on some spacers to increase the rear track width. And then I'm thinking I might put on a race transmission just to give me a little bit more better gear shifting, and then we'll take that as it is and see how well it does in the Baja. Going into the final one here, the Horizon Baja, it did not perform overly great in the wilds, but it was okay. Let's hopefully it does better here. I have a feeling that we'll get very similar handling to it did in the wilds. Just cut my way through this pack here without running into the back of anybody. It is a little bit slippery. Oh, there we go. Almost lost it. Oh, why would that guy bring a Lamborghini off-road? But his choice, really. Okay, that does not like that. It is not happy with that landing. It does not, definitely does not like jumps. Now we know that. I think it may not be a decent off-roader after all. It is quite low ground clearance, as it is a modern muscle car designed for the roads. So watch out for those guys. He almost tried to take me out. Anyway, I'll probably not recommend doing this in the Baja or Wilds, as this is definitely handling worse than it did in the Wilds, so it is more survivable in the Wilds, but definitely not in the cross country. So to me, I think I might do my final build on this as a Apex or street scene vehicle. Maybe a drift or a drag is also an optional for me as well, but I am definitely not going to touch it off-road again after this. Watch out, almost hit the chicken there. And now that brings us to the end of the video where I took a look at the 2022 Dodge Challenger SRT Super Stock added to Horizon 5. To me, this car performed the best in the Apex, and that is, I believe, where I'm going to be keeping it on the road, as it performed quite horribly and terribly at the same time in the Horizon Wilds and Baja, as it had just too much traction loss in the rear and it didn't have enough ground clearance to land any decent size jumps. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like to the video and subscribe to the channel for more Horizon 5 content, and thanks for watching.